Hello to all my lovely children. Children, I am explaining you chapter number 8 of History, Education and British Rule. And in this video, I will explaining you beginning of English education in India. Children, see this flow chart. In the 19th century, some groups of people became interested in imparting Western education to the Indians. So these are chief among them were the Christian missionaries, some Indian reformers, and the British government. It means the Christian missionaries and several officials wanted the company to promote modern education in India. Now, children, we will see the role of Christian missionaries. So, many of the Christian missionaries believed that the social evils in Indian society could be removed by winning over the Indians to Christianity through the Western education. Children, social evils like poverty, sati pratha, child marriage, dowry. Children, but the company however banned missionary activities in Indian territories because they were having fear about that what was the reaction of Indian people against the Britishers. Children, see, this is a picture of William Carey. A Christian missionary came to India in 1793. He learned several Indian languages including Bengali and Sanskrit. Children, in 1800, Carey settled in the Danish colony at Serampore, some distance north of Calcutta. I am just show you this in the map. Children, just see. With the help of the other missionaries, he found the Serampore mission, and the mission started a printing press. And this press first established a Bengali book called Carey's Translation of the New Testament. In 1818, the mission set up the Serampore College. Children, the New Testament means it discusses the teaching and person of Jesus as well as the events in first century Christianity. In 1813, the Charter Act was passed by the British Parliament. It allowed Christian missionaries to come to India and introduce useful knowledge and religious and moral principles. They established educational institutions attached to their church, mainly in Madras, Bombay and Calcutta. Children, many Indian reformers such as Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar believed that promoting Western education would help to reduce social evils. They established schools and colleges for imparting both Western and Indian education. And Raja Ram Mohan Roy established the Hindu College at Calcutta in 1817. With the support of the Scottish scholar David Hare and the Scottish missionary Alexander Duff. In 1825, he founded the Vedanta College, which offered courses in both Indian learning and Western science. Now, children, the role of the government. In the early 19th century, many people in England began to feel that government should be responsible for ensuring happiness of the greatest possible number of subjects. So, James Mill, a senior civil servant in India, saw Oriental learning as being unscientific and unpractical. He therefore wanted the Indians to be introduced to a system of education based entirely on Western philosophy and science, which would be more useful to them. People who held same view came to be referred to as Anglist. Children, before you know about that, the Orientalist means they believed in traditional as well as the Western learning, and here Anglist, they believed in the Western education. Children, it is very essential to understand the meaning of Orientalist and the Anglicists. Orientalist, people who wanted to promote education in India through the medium of classical languages such as Sanskrit, Persian and Arabic. And children, just opposite, Anglist, people who wanted to promote Western education in India which supported English as a medium of instruction. So children, I hope you may understand about the difference between the Orientalist and the Anglicist. Okay children, so please keep it in mind. It is very important. You should have to be understand about the difference between them. In around the second decade of the 19th century, the British realized that introducing Western education in India would serve several purposes. Means so many purposes were there. Okay, so very first, employing Indians with Western education in public offices would drastically reduce the administrative cost, because they paid the less salaries to the Indian peoples because they were employed the Europeans there. Okay, so in the place of the Europeans, so they place the Indian people there and they deduct the administrative cost by that. Second, Indian thus educated and employed would develop Western moral values and a sense of loyalty to the British. Means they thought that maybe that the Indians royal with them. So this is the second purpose of the Western education introduced in India by the Britishers. Western influence would change the lifestyle of educated Indians so that they would readily accept British goods. Means they want to be sell their goods in India. So this is also the purpose behind that, to introduce Western education in our country, India. I hope children you may understand. Take care of yourself and watch my 2 previous videos. I will share these links in my description box, and children wait for my next video. Bye bye everyone.